Bet you thought they stopped making real nigga shit when they made you. I guess you thought they stopped making real niggas when they made you. I guess you thought they stopped making real.
What's up? How you doing? Where you been? What you been up to? Greetings, salutations, all that good shit. I am back. I am your host, King C. Welcome to the motherfucking... Oh, excuse my language. I'm sorry. Welcome to Jewels for Fools. I am your host, King C. I had to calm down for a second, man. I'm happy to be back doing what I do. I had an episode that I did record Friday, on a day I usually record, but after sitting on it for a day, I didn't like it, scrapped it, came back, sat down, and said, I'm going to do this. So, in between that time, I was trying to get things together to work on this documentary I'm trying to put together. So, I had to take a little sabbatical to get that on right and continue doing what I do here. So let's get into the one this week. This one is a little different. I think we had Iceberg Slim last week. This one is from Pam Grier. Pam Grier. Pam Grier's book. I'm not certain if this one she wrote, but it's out of her book. And it's basically let me see. I like this one. When two people in a relationship built on love wrong each other and stay together, it's never because they forget, it's because they forgive. Let me say that again. When two people in a relationship built on love wrong each other and stay together, it isn't because they forget, it's because they forgive. I think a lot of times in life it's tough as fuck to forgive. You know, even myself, had to learn to forgive a lot of shit in life. Even learning to forgive yourself sometimes. I think a lot of times people don't. That's the toughest one. It's like, damn, how did I let that shit happen? What the fuck was I thinking? There's all so many levels of that. And I think that's the one that's the toughest. I think it's so easy to forgive somebody else. But when we go through things like, say, when you get cheated on or some shit like that, and I think this would work for men and women because we've all been there probably, and it's like, damn, how could I let that happen to me? Shit, what the fuck is wrong with me? We say that so many times, what the fuck is wrong with me, right? And, when we make those mistakes, and it's like, well, did I make a mistake, or was I preyed upon? Did this person try to play me? Damn. And but when you are, whether it's friendships, business, any type of relationship, and it's built on love, and two people wrong each other. And when I say wrong each other, that means both parties are wrong. That doesn't mean one person just fucks over another. Both parties are wrong, and they wrong each other. You know, you learn a divine forgiveness, and that's dope. And it's easier to do that sometimes, I think, crazily, as human beings, than to forgive ourselves for a lot of the things we've been through. I see so many people sometimes that I look at from afar, and I feel like, oh shit, they haven't forgiven themselves for certain things that happened to them. How could I let this happen to me? What was, I should have defended myself. I should have did this. I should have did that. And yes, sometimes those things are true. Very true. But at the same time, you have to kind of learn to accept and move on and be better forward. You know, I hate to say the old saying, stuff happens in life. You know, you have to keep pushing forward. Best you can do is put yourself in spaces and places where the bad isn't happening to you. Keep yourself around love. Try to keep people around you that you trust. People that make you happy. People that make you the best you that you can be. You know, because this shit ain't easy. And it's great to have people to walk through it with, especially people that you can trust and that you care about just as much as they care about you. But you need these things, you need the elements of life, you need relationships. And in relationships, if you really love people, you have to learn forgiveness because people are going to fuck up. It's just the age old tale. And it's not necessarily that they fuck up, it's just that things are in the eye of the beholder. So what you may think is wrong, I may not think is wrong. And what I may think is wrong, you might not think is wrong. You know what I'm saying? So it's always in the eye of the beholder. That's where most judgment comes from. It comes from the person looking at the situation and their judgment and interpretation on how that, in their head works. And that's where either conflict or resolution comes from. Even when people sit down and talk like, oh shit, I see it like this. Excuse my language, I'm sorry. I see it like this. And another person will say, oh, I see it like this. Then you have that. And then they sit there and figure it out. But through those debates and all that, you find resolution. And the great thing about conversation is a lot of times when, especially two people sit down and talk that care and love each other, it's an energy there. And a lot of times it's like me, like I've always been in my head a lot. I've been one of those people, I have an endless search to better myself at all costs. Whatever it is, I'm trying to better myself. Best believe that. It's never a time I'm not. Even if I lose focus, slip up for a second, just know that at the end of the day, that is the mission at hand, is to always better myself. Tomorrow is a new day, new energy, I get a second chance. I forgive myself for the mistakes I made the day before, and I move forward. If I didn't make any mistakes, thank God, keep it trucking. But if I do make any mistakes, I try to forgive even myself. Like I said, and I've gone far. Like, because when I go off, I go off. I've had some Mike Tyson level events just off of, ego. That's another thing I believe that people let destroy them sometimes because they just don't know how to use it. I always believe in, I might have said this before, but I'll say it again. Ego is a defense mechanism. That's what I believe. I believe it's best for, as if, say, if I'm having a day and I'm not feeling too good and I'm down about some things that's not working out the way I planned and all this other stuff. That's when ego kicks in. That's when I use ego. It builds me back up to get through that and keep it moving forward. Then I tuck that shit back in because I know that it's things that I'm telling myself. It's not what the world sees. This is all just me. It's just me in my head. So when you learn that that's what that is, you learn to control it. You know what I'm saying? Because just because you see it that way with your ego, the world doesn't project it that may not project it that way. So tuck that shit back in and keep it moving forward. I think a lot of times, people go on autopilot with this shit and then you lose it, as I've done too. So that's why I said I believe it should be a defense mechanism rather than just something that you just move with, you know? And yeah, I don't want to, there's so much more I do want to say. I mean, because it has been a while since I got to sit down and just talk to people and kind of um, let my baggage unravel. Um, and even with me, like putting together this documentary, like this has been one of the toughest things I think I'm ever going to do. Well, nah, you never know. It's life. But as far as I've challenged myself with this has been, and actually looking at it and seeing how I have to put together this may be one of the toughest things I've ever had to pull off. And I'm with it, but at the same time, it's like, ooh, did I bite off more than I can chew? I mean, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try my hardest to make it good, and not even necessarily say try because I don't like using that word. Doing, I'm going to put my all into it and just present it to the world like I've done everything else I've done as far as music, the podcasting, even this. I've never been afraid to, show whatever I wanted to the world, whether it be my art, my drawings, the clothing, candles, whatever it was. I'm never afraid to get on and try to do something different. So, and with that, it's always a challenge. I build these challenges for myself, and I'm all for it. I'm just, like I said, it's just getting through and, and getting there. And in the midst of doing that, I'll be doing this, and we'll be back rocking. Like I said, it's 5:21 in the morning. I'm gonna get me some sleep before I have to go to work, and like I always say about this time, continue to be a lover, not a hater. You will always get further in life. May God bless you. May the stars be your dinner. May you win every battle you face. May you face every battle you win. I just want to see good for everybody, including myself. And have a great motherfucking day, y'all. I'm out. Oh, I always forget. Like, comment, subscribe, please. Let me know your opinions. I try to handle requests best I can, but I tell people mostly, I'll tell you right now, this goes off of vibe and energy. My energy got to be right to do this because I'm talking with y'all, I'm kicking it with y'all, so I have to be in the right place and space. So if you do have something you want me to talk about, or you feel like a conversation that I may need to speak on, or even a subject that you may, or quote that you want me to break on, please leave them in the comments. You know, I mean, I do get, in DMs and shit like that, but not leave it in the comments, man. Like, come on. I'm trying to do something here. I don't want to just, I'm trying to liven this channel up. I got more ideas to come. I got some shows I want to do. You know, maybe some animation things in the works. We got a lot of stuff trying to prepare, man. So come on, let's get this thing rocking. I want to have my own cable network. Well, not my own cable network, you know, but my own network. Have a bunch of my own shows. Be the next Dick Wolf. You know. And so now I'm out. I'll leave y'all be. Peace. I'm going now.